Mauricio Pochettino putting on the jersey of this kid with his broken nose and no blood all over the place. One, I've never seen a coach help a player put on his jersey. Two, the guy goes, "You're not taking me out. I don't care what you tell me, I'm going in." He got right into Mauricio Pochettino's heart right here. The way he went in and fought. Done. That's the Argentine, right? It's like the Simeone. Do you have it? He's got it.
Whose stock do you think rose the most? You want to maybe do a top three of whose stock rose the most in this camp? I'll go Zack Steffen. I actually think his performance tonight, if he didn't have a chance to make those saves, I wonder if we'd be talking. We'd be like, all right, cool, good, solid performance.
No, we wouldn't. He had those chances. We wouldn't. We would have said, okay, he didn't make any mistakes with his feet. But
I think his stock rose.
His feet were good, and the saves. 100%, Jimmy.
Top three, his stock raise? I don't know. We'll keep talking about it, but I think Zack Steffen's in the conversation for sure.
Okay.
Okay, you go next.
Patrick
Ajiman, for sure, 100%. He could be number one, to be honest. I might have pushed Zack Steffen out of number one. That could be Ajiman for sure.
You went recency bias with Steffen, but Steffen is definitely top three.
I would say McGlynn. I don't know if he's in my top three, but I think his stock rose. He did get a yellow for diving.
He's not as good off the bench. He's not a player that's good off the bench.
Yeah, right. Sometimes you need to
find the rhythm into the game. Yeah. You could tell.
I thought Diego Luna for sure. His stock rose. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he did as much coming off the bench, but when Pochettino goes out of his way to talk about you in the post-game press conference by saying how big your balls are, I think you definitely rose in some type of estimation, whether it's courage, bravery, and obviously he demonstrated he's got some quality as well. So I think he's a part of the conversation. Is he the top three? I don't know. Who else we got?
Oof.
We have.
You said. Did you say DeJuan Jones?
I did not say DeJuan Jones.
I thought he did well today.
Okay.
Well enough to get pushed up.
So you got two here. Here's two for all of us to talk about. You have two, Caden Clark and Brian White, who both scored.
Yeah.
Was that enough to you know what's interesting? And I'm going to use Indiana Vasilev as an example. When he got subbed out today, he looked that guy puts in a shift. That guy is all over the place and working his ass off, and I've got plenty of time for that. But it felt like when I watched body language, or I'm looking for body language, and when he got subbed off, I think he knows he probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, he lost his
he looked heartbroken when he came off. You know, like that might be the last time I wear a US shirt. I don't know. I might be speculating, but and projecting onto him, but that's kind of what it looked like. And
he's not ready either.
Right. He's definitely part of that conference. It's so hard to break into that spot anyway. We have a lot of options there, but that was the vibe I got from him. And I wonder if Caden Clark and Brian White kind of fall into the same space. Now, maybe if Vasilev had scored, he'd be feeling a little bit different, but I don't know if those two guys are going to break in either. In terms of like their stock rising, did they make the most of their opportunity? I don't think so, though they scored.
No.
How about Miljevic? Where do you on Matko?
No,
Miljevic?
I'm not
a fan.
I don't think he did enough.
The stock didn't rise.
Think about where he plays too. No way.
Yeah.
And he just didn't show enough to like.
Okay. Who else we got? Well, I think Matt. Can I say that Matt Freese probably his stock fell because he's the only player that didn't play. He couldn't break into playing the goalkeeper. That means I don't know if he didn't shoot well or what.
I think George Campbell's also a down.
George Campbell's a down. Yeah. His feet were not good.
No, Matt Freese, George Campbell, because Matt Freese didn't play, unfortunately.
Right. What about Shaq Moore? I don't know more. Shaq Moore, is that kind of is that
I don't. He needed to improve his stock, and he didn't improve his stock.
Okay. How about Anelli in the middle of midfield?
I thought he was good with like his movement, but he's not great with the ball at his feet. He's good at breaking up plays. I feel like his movement was pretty good, but in terms of the ball at his feet in that position, because he plays right back, right? In the club.
He moved into the middle of the field as the season progressed. But what I thought was fun, he was playing real safe to start. And he reminded me, we used to call Carey Zavagnin, who played with me in Kansas City with the US. I called him the 10 freeway because the 10 freeway only goes east and west, you know?
Yeah.
Never playing forward, baby. And at times, if you are going to unlock or help the team unlock in transition, the 6 has to be able to be looking over his shoulder and is there an entry pass to potentially break a line? And initially, okay, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here because, hey, getting his first start for the U.S., I know it. We both know it. It's a little nerve-wracking. You just don't want to make any mistakes until the game settled down a little bit. And then he started to look to play forward. What's interesting is he had the assist on Caden Clark's goal, and even then he didn't go forward. He just went, it still was a cross side to side. I'm like, God, he even gets an assist and it's side to side. It's crazy. But I would want to, if I got to see him again, and maybe when he goes back and plays for Pablo at RSL, just like, can you find that can you play forward a little bit quicker if you have the opportunity to play forward quicker? And I felt like maybe his body shape was always looking to play side to side or backwards. And I feel like Leonard Maloney did the same thing when he played for the U.S. in a game where he just was playing really safe and not trying to overdo it, which I understand, but there are moments where we need you to play forward.
It was programmed into him at Heidenheim, but he just made the moves. So, you know, he went from Heidenheim to Mainz, and Mainz is competing now for European spots. So maybe he's going to play different. Who knows? But remember, this midfield is stacked, and it's stacked by relatively young players on top of that. So if you are in the midfield, you have to be like 2 or 3 times better than
right.
the expectations.
Exactly.
So
for one more midfielder we haven't talked about, Kromowski. I think the future's bright for him. I think he got a good look. He's one for the future. I don't know if his stock rose. Maybe he did. I mean, he trusted him, right, to play and start 2 games. And he actually, there's a couple moments where and
he had some good passes. He has good vision,
passes.
good passes.
And I thought what Pochettino will appreciate is doing the hard work, right? Yeah. He had that one play in the corner where the guy tried to take him on, and I thought he did a really good job of trying to block the cross. The guy pulled it back, and then he closed the ball. I like that. Those are the details, right? And if you're paying attention and busting your ass for the details, that's a really good sign. And I can sense that Pochettino and his coaching staff really appreciate those little moments. So I like seeing that. I'd say his stock rose. I don't think he's a top 3. But back line, Miles Robinson, no change for me. He delivered what I expected. Same with Walker, same with Tim Ream. So there's really not much to add there. And then we talked about Shaq Moore and DeJuan Jones. So I don't know about my top 3.
If you had to give 3.
Top 3 winners, like the rose.
How about this?
Ajimang won.
No, I want to change it. Hold on. Not just winners. Give me 3 players out of this camp that would get called into the U.S. men's national team, A team. If you could only take 3, which
only
3
take
are you
3.
taking?
So you have to take 3.
You have to take 3. Based on this camp.
Okay.
Which 3 are you taking?
Ajimang and Zack Steffen.
Yep.
We didn't talk about Brian Gutierrez either. But who's solid? He's another one for the future.
Gutierrez I think he's too young, you know,
and
a lot to grow into, but it was good just to get
Tim Ream. I mean, Tim Ream, I feel like he'll already be there anyway. So do we not count him? Or are we looking for somebody outside of Tim Ream?
Yeah, I wouldn't count Tim Ream.
Okay. So Tim Ream's he's already locked in.
Call Tim Ream Old Yeller. Old Yeller, he's, you know,
doesn't Old Yeller die? I don't know if that's a good analogy. Okay, so Zack Steffen, I take Zack Steffen and Ajimang. Are you in agreement with that? Everybody watching in the comments?
I don't think there's a single person on here that would not say Steffen Ajimang right now.
Okay, so then it's that
because you tripping if you're not going to say that. You are tripping if you're not going to say. Given the depth in the goalkeeper position, lack of depth, and given that Ajimang has this big potential, and he's also has a different profile. So, all right.
Okay. And then from there, I guess then it becomes a little bit more.
I'm curious to see where you're going at this one.
Well, I think it's situational. If you're going to bring in Gio
don't
Reyna,
give me that. Who you bring in?
If you're going to bring in Gio Reyna for March, then you don't need to have Diego Luna there as well.
That's 110 though. And who you think Gio's going to play 90?
No, he's definitely not going to play 90.
Are you not going to call him Jack McGlynn, are you?
I probably wouldn't call in Jack McGlynn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go through.
This is everybody healthy, right? This is our first team's healthy.
Yep.
Whew. You're just trying to get a look at this. Some guy. I mean, there's some value in this. Especially this is more beneficial, I think, to attacking players. You could bring in an attacking player to a camp and say, we're just going to drop you in and let's see if you can hold your own. Not that you couldn't do that to defensive players, but for attacking players, you can take a risk. You can bring them off the bench. They're higher up the field. If they make a mistake,
tank full of sharks. I'm going to drop you in, see if you can survive. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, in some ways. Now, listen, I've gone to bat for him before. I'll do it again. I'll say I wouldn't be upset if Walker Zimmerman was there in March, if only to prove to Ivis that he should be there. And to all the haters out there. But Miles Robbins could be another center back. You could bring in Walker or Miles, probably one of the two. But if you wanted to see a little spicy, you want to see if you wanted to really test one of your younger attacking players, then bring them in and see what they got. The hard part is you've been at these camps.
The chat's going crazy. They go, we knew Jimmy was going to say Zimmerman.
I waited.
Zimmerman. You are a Zimmerman.
You're a DeJuan Jones man.
No, I'm not. I didn't say DeJuan Jones is going to be.
Well, you're waiting for me to say Zimmerman first so that you can say DeJuan Jones.
Because I knew you were going to say Zimmerman. I would have bet $1,000 you were going to say Zimmerman.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see. I'm actually very curious as to who Pochettino will elect to bring in from this camp outside of Tim Ream, because I think he's already going.
I'm going to say
Steffen, I think, will go in.
No, I'll tell you right now, just the impact you saw. Mauricio Pochettino putting on the jersey of this kid with his broken nose and no blood all over the place. One, I've never seen a coach help a player put on his jersey. Two, the guy goes, "You're not taking me out. I don't care what you tell me."
You got Diego Luna then. All right.
And it's 100%.
He's bringing him. He's bringing him.
He got right into Mauricio Pochettino's heart right here. The way he went in and fought. Done. That's the Argentine, right? It's like the Simeone. Do you have it? He's got it.